Hi everyone! Apologies if this is picking up quite badly on camera, but someone has just started to cut their grass. What can you do? Anyway, welcome. I am testing out a foundation today, which I've already recorded that portion of the video, and I thought I've got to get the rest of my makeup on. Let's maybe do a what I got for my birthday / get ready with me, even though I've already done my face makeup. Which I'm looking at and thinking, I don't know. I'm sure it will look better when I've got the rest of my makeup on. I've got lots of stuff strewn all over the floor to pop on my face, but right now I feel like I need a lip balm. This foundation is a mattifying one, and I do feel like my skin is feeling a bit dry right now, which is not something that often happens. It's better. So, it was my birthday. And I've got a few bits to show you that I got for my birthday, so if this is not something that you want to watch, feel free to fast forward until a more interesting part, or just click out and don't watch it. I really don't have that much to show you, but I know some people really hate these videos and some people really love them, and I just thought I really want to show you guys what I got because it's really exciting and it is related to my channel, so here we go. You've been warned. If you want to click out and watch something else, feel free. There's loads of other stuff out there. But for anyone who wants to stick around and see what I got for my birthday and watch me pop some on my face, then you're in for a treat because this is what we're doing. Happy birthday to me! Although it's not today. It was the other day. First things first, I got a book from my sister, Toy Sorcerer by Laura Hart. I know nothing about the author, I know nothing about the book. It sounds really interesting. It's part of a trilogy. The Toy Sorcerer is a beautifully crafted, witty, sinister, tragic and superbly engaging from the first word. That's impressive. I wonder what the first word is. We'll have a look in a minute. Wonderful characters weave through a maze of twists, turns and brain teasers to keep you guessing throughout. A stunning opening to the trilogy and a smashing tribute to Alice in Wonderland. I think it sounds lovely. And also, she got it signed. My sister got it signed from the author. How cool is that? That's amazing. I'm going to have to look into who this lady is because I've not heard of her. So anyway, that first word that hooks you from the beginning, my expectations are quite high, is the word, chapter 1, it's the. Not sure about you, but I'm not sure if I'm completely grabbed at the word the. I mean, if you're going to say it grabs you from the first word, you at least want the first word to be something completely unbelievable. Anyway, I'm sure it's amazing. If my sister likes this book, which she mentions in her dedication, I'm sure I will like it too because we have quite similar taste in books. I also got, this has already been opened, but if I open it and show you one thing, you might be able to guess what it is. Can you guess? Are there any fans out there? I've got a box full. It is a Lush gift box! Yay! I love, love, love Lush. And I just do not spend enough money on them. Not like I used to. This was from my father-in-law, and he is just getting so good with presents for me. He did also buy me some chocolates. They have gone. They were from Hotel Chocolate. Amazing. Love those chocolates. But this is the Rosie gift pack, and it came with this gorgeous wrapping paper, which is almost like wallpaper. It's very thick, but I managed to save it from my husband completely scrunching it up because it came off perfectly, and hell, I'm going to reuse that. How pretty is that? Got dragonflies and birds and roses. So if there's anyone I know watching, if you get a gift wrapped in this, you know, alright, yes, it's been recycled, but come on, it's beautiful. And it smells really nice as well, because this is the Rosie gift box, A tribute to all things rosy, this flower-emblazoned parcel is blooming with fragrant floral products. In here you get the Rose Jam Bubble Rune, which I think is still in here. God, they seem bigger than what I remember. That's humongous. I thought they were a lot smaller than that. I haven't bought Lush stuff for a little while. I've still got loads of Christmas stuff that I'm using up. Oh my god, that smells amazing. Rose Argan Body Conditioner. I've got a few of these floating around already, so I know that I love that anyway. It smells amazing. Jason and the Argan Oil Shampoo Bar. I can't show you this because it is actually in the shower, but I've always wanted to try that shampoo bar. I really like Lush shampoo bars and it smells amazing. But I'd heard that there were some issues with some of them crumbling. It hasn't happened to mine yet, but I've only used it a couple of times, and I know you have to be really careful with Lush shampoo bars to not obviously leave them in the shower, to leave them somewhere to dry so that they can properly dry out. But yeah, it smells amazing. I've never known really how to pronounce this, but here it is. I think I had one of these way back when I first discovered Lush. Tisty Toasty? Tisty Toasty? Tisty Tosty? I don't know. Concoct a love potion in your bath with Rose Absolute, Precious Orris Root and Rosebuds. I think it was more luck than anything that he bought me something that was rose scented, because that's like one of my favourite scents ever, and I was really happy that he got this. The last thing which is in here, which is also in the shower, so I can't show it to you, is the Rose Jam Shower Gel, just a little 100ml one.
Oh my god, that stuff smells amazing.
It's some of the shower gel formulas from Lush I feel are a bit hit and miss. Some of them, I don't know, they don't lather particularly well, or they just don't feel very cleansing. Rose Jam, it's got the most gorgeous, thick, luxurious, slippery texture, and it smells amazing, and it's the kind of perfume shower gel that lasts all day. So if you like that smell and you want to smell like that all day, use that shower gel, because that's what will happen to you. So I've saved the best to last, I think. I don't think I've missed anything. I'm really sorry, people, if I have missed anything. I don't think I have. My husband and my son bought me... You ready for this? I have already posted a picture of this on Instagram, if anyone's following me, but... I really probably didn't need any more eyeshadow, but am I gonna say no to the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette? It's so gorgeous. It's really heavy. I wasn't expecting it to be quite so heavy, but it's really heavy. I have already used this because I had to use it on my birthday, of course. But look at those pretty colours. So gorgeous. And the brush that you get isn't so bad either. I haven't used all of them yet, but I've used a good few of them and created some lovely things. So really looking forward to playing with this. I now have more eyeshadow, and particularly neutral eyeshadow shades that you can throw, or shape rather, a stick at. So there. But hey, yes. Be interesting to see actually how comparable this is to my Steal It in the Light palette, because I feel like I'm already recognising a few of the colours, and I absolutely love that palette. So I might do a side-by-side look at those at some point. And then this little package here, now to be fair, as much as my husband is the most amazing husband in the world, obviously, I did need to help him out with what things to get, because hell, even when I look at what things I want to get in terms of makeup, particularly brushes, it's a bit like mind blown. So I requested this one, which is the Zoeva On Taupe eye collection. In here you get, is it 6? Yeah, 6 brushes. There is, and I have used these already, they were christened with the Naked 2 palette, which other than using a Zoeva palette, what better way can you be christened? So you've got the 228 Luxe Crease, you've got the 230 Luxe Pencil, the 322 Brow Line, the 238 Luxe Precise Shader, the 317 Wing Liner, and the 227 Luxe Soft Definer. And these brushes, I've got nothing really to compare them to other than my really crappy. These are my current brushes, and I mean some of them I'll continue to use, but some of them I've had them so long I can't even remember where they came from. I've got some Eco Tool ones in here, I've got some number 7 ones in here, so I don't really have any others to compare them to, but they're really lovely brushes. So I'm looking forward to really properly trying these out. It's really nice to have a proper blending brush as well for a change, and I've been using this brow line brush with various different brow products just to see how I get on with it. So that is what I got for my birthday. I also mainly got money, and with that money I have placed my first ever Sephora order. Yay! I've been wanting to place a Sephora order for what feels like forever, and oh my god, was it a nightmare trying to place that order. Every time I went to check out, either it wasn't shippable to the United Kingdom, or it was out of stock, or a combination of those things, and it was actually just, it took me ages to sort out. Keeping everything crossed that it is actually going through okay, because I've had the email to confirm the order's gone through, but I know that one of the items I've ordered immediately went out of stock, so I don't know if that means I took the last one or what. But I'm excited to get that. I will do an unboxing when it arrives and I'll show you all the goodies that I bought. I didn't go too crazy, I didn't spend all of my birthday money on that order, but it was a good chunk of it because I really wanted it. A lot of it is Tarte stuff, to be fair, with a few other bits thrown in. So I haven't done anything else to my face just yet, have I? So let's quickly put some makeup on, because my husband is already wondering where I am because I'm supposed to be meeting him. So maybe let's not go too crazy with anything else because I'll end up being here forever. I'm trying loads of different brow products at the moment. There's one which I'm going to be talking about in my Best and Worst of Beauty for July, because it's just very disappointing. But I have so many that I'm playing with at the moment, and I mean, I suppose I use this one quite a lot. This is the Soap and Glory, which one is this? 2-in-1 brow filling pencil and brush. And I like the texture of the pencil and the fact that it's quite small but it's quite hard, so you can't kind of go too far with things. I probably should have zoomed you guys in a bit, shouldn't I? Shall I zoom you in? Do you want to get a bit closer? There we go, hopefully that's in focus. I've only got about 5 minutes left to record on the camera, and I'm going to attempt to finish the rest of my makeup in that time. Yeah, so there are certain products that I like using for like speed. I mean, you can see the before and after there, and that was quite quick to throw on. So it is quite a nice quick one to just chuck on. It's nice to be able to have the spoolie at the other end. It depends, I suppose, really on what kind of brows you want, really, whether you want really natural ones or what kind of texture brows you want. But for me, I quite like them to look as natural as possible, which I don't always achieve, which is just frustrating. As natural as possible and quick are my main criteria, really. I really struggle to match my brows up as well. This one is a particular kind of nightmare. I wish that they matched a bit better, and I had my brows professionally HD'd once when that was quite a new thing to have done, and the lady at the salon said to me, for my care instructions, all I needed to do was not pluck my eyebrows in this area for them to grow back. And I thought, really? Do you not think I've actually tried that for forever? They just do not grow there. So I was like, okay, thanks for that. I only had them HD'd once. I mean, I told her I wanted natural looking brows, and she was painstakingly doing my brows, and I was so looking forward to seeing what they look like. And I was absolutely horrified when she showed me. She'd shaped them really nicely, but she'd put so much product on there and really concentrated on making them really angular. They just did not suit my face at all. They were way too heavy and pointy and just actually terrifying. People would have been frightened of me, and I was like, yeah, you need to tone that back like a lot. I think that is passable for the moment. Really have time to do eyeshadow, but I kind of want to at the same time, but I've only got like a minute and a half left on the camera, and that's not enough time to do anything. So I think I'm going to pop some primer on my eyes. This is the one that I use. If I don't mention anything that I've used, I will pop it in the description box. It's a really nice eye primer. I've mentioned it before. It was a YouTube recommendation, as is a lot of the stuff that I use, and it helps your eyeshadow last really well. I've used quite a few primers in my time, and I've just found that this one's really good. Plus you hardly need any. That's obviously only a little sample one that I've got. Because hey, it would be rude to have talked about the Naked 2 palette and not actually use it for you guys, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I just had to take that video off my memory card because I only have a really small one and it only lets me record 20 minutes at a time. Need to remedy that, need to get another one. So, where was I? Primed my eyes, I had a quick look at my eyebrows and they are pretty passable, I think. I think I'm going to go with a powder blush today. I'm still using this little teeny tiny sample I found of the Balm's Frat Boy, which is pretty, and I'm just using my Real Technique stippling brush. The foundation that I've got on is one that I'm testing, and it's the L'Oreal, what is it again? This one, L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte one in 11, which is vanilla. And it's quite powdery in its finish, and I just feel like putting a powdery blush on top would probably be a good way to go. So, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about brows, wasn't I? Yeah, I always forget about my brows, and then I look in the mirror and I think, oh my god, I really need to do something with them. They need to be plucked, and then I kind of forget. So apologies if they're looking a bit straggly, but they kind of fall down quite low on the list of priorities of things to do right now, unfortunately. My husband has got a week off at the moment, and he's taken my little boy out, and my little boy has finished preschool for the summer, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to film stuff, although I did actually film something the other day whilst he was playing in the garden, and that kind of worked, although I don't know whether that is just going to be a one-off. But I do have a lot of videos that I need to edit as well, because I made sure I filmed quite a few when he was finishing up preschool, because the summer holidays are probably going to feel quite long. But I'm sure we're going to have lots of fun. Okay, I think that blush is alright. Right, eyeshadow time. I'm not going to go too mad with anything because, you know, we're not really doing very much today. I'm not even sure how to really use a lot of these brushes properly. What I've been tending to do is use the brush that comes in the actual Urban Decay palettes to pack on the colour, and then kind of use the others to blend and add detail. But I'm still learning. If anyone has any tips on how to properly use brushes, let me know, because like I said, yeah, I am still learning. But I feel like I have so many things to play with now, and it's like, oh my god, there's not enough time in the world to play with them. This colour I'm putting on at the moment is Booty Call. Just using this as a bit of a base colour really, just to put other things on top of. I find it quite difficult most of the time to do eyeshadow, because I have quite hooded, is that the right term? Quite hooded eyelids, so you don't tend to see very much of my eyes anyway. And I find that if I try and do anything really interesting, you either can't see it or it just looks really ridiculous. I have seen that there are videos, and I've watched a few sort of tips on how to get around stuff like that, but it is quite hard. This brush in the Naked 2 palette is lovely and heavy. It's nice to hold. I think what I might do is recreate one of the looks that I did with the Steal It in the Light palette, because I'm recognising a few of the colours in here. So I'm going to go in with Tease next, which is like a dusky rose kind of colour. It's slightly different, I think, to the Stealer one. The Stealer one's a little bit more pink. But yeah, I remember reading one thing about trying to open up the eye area and going slightly above your crease with colour. So my Sephora order, yeah, I cannot wait for it to arrive. I am so excited. I did qualify for the free birthday gift that you get, and I did manage to accumulate, I think it was 100 points, so I could have got something from the 100-point perk thingy that they do, but I didn't really see anything that struck me, so I think I'm going to try and save them up. But since placing that order, I have now found other things that I would quite like to have got, had I have seen them at the time. And then I went on Instagram, and Tarte reposted, I don't know what the right term is, but yeah, they reposted someone else's picture, and it was basically of a blush palette. And I've always fancied a Tarte blush palette, because I've heard they're really good, but they are quite expensive, so it's quite a nice way of trying a few different ones. I think it was like $38 or something, but everyone was going on about the fact that you couldn't buy it, and I think people were a bit annoyed that they'd put this picture about this new blush palette, but you couldn't actually buy it. I think it was on Ulta, it was on Sephora a while ago, which is strange because I have been stalking Sephora's website for what feels like months, because I knew if I got any birthday money I was going to be spending it on Sephora largely, and I don't remember seeing it on Sephora at all. But it had 4 different blushes in there. It was something like Live, Love, Dream, something like that. They had really nice names as well, and they looked really pretty. And yeah, I will be keeping an eye out for if that appears anywhere, because I know that there were a few of us from the UK who were having a bit of a whinge about how we were supposed to be able to get it. I also stalk QVC quite a lot as well, because obviously they're the only UK retailer who carries Tarte, and they don't carry all of the stuff that they do, which I think is a bit of a shame. I'm just going in with a bit of Chopper. Is it Chopper? Yeah, Chopper now. But yeah, essentially most of what I've bought from Sephora is Tarte, because at least one of the things, well, no, three of the things I've bought you cannot get in this country, so obviously wanted to make sure what I was buying made sense. But there are things on QVC that I've seen that I want to buy as well. I'm gonna have no money, but I'm gonna have a beautiful face, hopefully. One thing I also don't understand about Sephora is they have a lot of these, if you spend over $25, enter this code and get this free thing, and they had really cool things to choose from, but I couldn't get any of it to work for me. So whether that's limited and it won't work because I'm in the UK, I don't know. But I thought that was a bit of a shame because there were quite a lot of things I wanted to try. But literally, I could just get the birthday freebie and the, like, 100-point perk. And even the 100-point perks weren't all of the ones that were available. I'm assuming it's due to, like, shipping limitations to the UK or something. I don't know. I think that's probably as far as I'm going to take my eyes. So quite subtle. I think when I did this look with the Steeler palette, I also did a liner in, what would it be in here? Half Baked, which is this gold one here. But I think I'm going to leave it there for the moment because I'm conscious of the fact that time is a ticking and my husband will be like, "Where are you? We're having so much fun." Although I might do a quick cheeky inner corner highlight. This little brush here, this Luxe Precise Shader 238 is really nice for that. Oh, but which colour though? There's so many to choose from. I keep going in with YDK. Don't know what that stands for, but I quite like this one as a inner corner even. Oh my god, I can't speak. Inner corner highlight. It's a pretty colour. It's almost like a light, I don't know, how would you describe that? It's this one here, as she points to it with the most ugliest broken nail ever. Yeah, it's almost like a rose gold with a bit more beige or something in there. We'll just blend that a bit. Okay, I think that's it for the eyes. I'm going to keep things fairly natural today. I think I will do a more in-depth review of the Zoeva brushes another time once I've used them a little bit more. Right, lashes. I am quite liking this mascara at the moment. It's one from Maybelline and it's the Rocket one in the waterproof formula. I did try their, what was that one called? I featured it in my best of worst of beauty and my empties and I didn't like it and I stopped using it after about a month and I can't remember what it's called. It's a really well known one as well. I feel like if you picture, it's not the Great Lash one from Maybelline, I feel like that's kind of the original one that's been around for forever. But it's, oh, I can't think. I'll put it on screen which one it is. Yeah, I really didn't like it, but this one is nice. Just like that though, you have to be really careful because the bristles are quite stabby and when you get a bit too close to your waterline, it freaking hurts. Oh, just blinked and messed that up. But this one I do quite like. I find that I need 2 coats with it, and I like to do them one after the other. I think if it dries down too much, it can become very difficult to pull through because it dries a little bit too much. But in comparison to that other Maybelline one, this one's far nicer. And I have such puny eyelashes. It's nice to get a bit of oomph out of something because so many things just don't really work for me. I don't like putting mascara on my lower lash line. I haven't ever really done it, and then every now and again I'll think to myself, maybe I'll just try it just to see if I still don't like it, and I just really don't like it. I think as much as my upper lashes are very short and puny, my lower lashes are really long, and if I put anything on there it just looks ridiculous. And I've tried using less, I've tried going really light-handed with mascara, and I just cannot make it work. And some people I watch on YouTube who put mascara on top and bottom, it looks really amazing and it really completes the eye look. And, you know, maybe they can get away with it both ways, either wearing it or not. I know some people feel naked when they haven't got it on and it looks strange. But to me, when I do put it on, I just hate how it looks. And I don't know, I've just always preferred how my eyes look without it. I mean, back in the 90s, I used to wear a lot of eyeliner in my waterline. And I even tried that recently just to see, for nostalgia's sake, what it would look like, and I just thought, yeah, that don't look so great either. But it's quite funny because sometimes because I generally wear the same kind of makeup all the time, if I do anything different, quite often my husband will be like, oh, I like what you've done there, that looks nice, whereas I might really hate it. And I'm sure he's being truthful because he's very honest with me. If, you know, if I wear something that doesn't look very good, or if my makeup's not looking quite right, he's, you know, I'd much rather he be honest with me than just tell me what he thinks I want to hear. And yeah, he actually quite liked it when I did some eyeliner, but I didn't. I don't know. So what I tend to use is just a clear mascara, and I'm using one at the moment which is one of the most ganky ones ever. The label's all kind of worn off. I can't even see who this was from. I just tend to just pick one up randomly. But what happens when you put this wand back in the tube is all of the gel kind of splurges out the top, which is pretty gross. So I'm not very impressed with this one. I think it might have just been a collection 2001. I think they're all pretty much of a muchness when it comes to clear mascara. I haven't really found one yet that's really wowed me, and that's all I tend to wear on my lower lashes, so I have tried quite a few. Okay, I think I might be done. Put a little bit, see what I mean? I mean, this is really gross, but it all kind of just goops out the top. Yeah, it is a collection one. I can just about read the label at the top. It's really gross, so sorry about that. Put a little bit of colour on my lips. This is one I got from Latest in Beauty. It's the Burt's Bees Hibiscus lip balm, which I love the texture of, but I kind of feel like the colour isn't quite right for how I like things to look. So I just kind of blend it back a little bit, and then I usually layer it with a different, longer lasting lip balm anyway. Like so. So it's kind of like your lips, but with a little bit more colour. So there we go. That was what I got for my birthday / get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed this. I think if I do a get ready with me in the future, I might change things up a little bit, and I don't know, just talk about other stuff, because I don't know whether that was particularly interesting at all. I'm hoping my cheeks are properly blended. But anyway, there we go. If you would like to see me do a video on any of the stuff that I've talked about in more detail, let me know in the comments. But I must rush out the door now because like I said, my husband's gonna be like, where are you? Hurry up. I hope everyone's well and I will see you again soon. Bye.